Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, markets are looking forward positively today, putting behind it a third quarter that had its issues. First, however, later today, the RBA will advise its latest rate review, and tomorrow the RBNZ will do the same. That means there is a pre-release shadow over local interest rate markets ahead of both those announcements. Both central banks are expected to add 50 basis points to their policy rates, although that is less certain for Australia. Meanwhile, markets are more chipper today, with the end of the quarter behind it. Equity markets have opened the fourth quarter on a positive mood. Perhaps strong progress by Ukraine in defending itself is helping. However, the data coming through for the third quarter isn't so bullish. In the US, the widely watched ISM factory PMI sagged more than expected to be barely expanding. New orders, including new export orders, were weak. Labour is still tight, however, although price pressures are easing quickly. There was also an internationally benchmarked market PMI for the US out as well, the final September version, and that was more upbeat, recording a stable expansion. This one ties into a global set, which is much less impressive, with business optimism sinking to a 28-month low. In Japan, they're still expanding, but the trend is down, with new orders and output falling. We already reported that China's factory sector was shrinking in September. Now we can add that Taiwan is going backwards too, with output and sales falling at their quickest rate since May 2020. In India, however, their expansion continues at a good, healthy pace. But in Europe, their manufacturing sector downturn accelerated in September as demand tumbled further and price pressures intensified. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.65% and down 18 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,692 an ounce. That's up $31 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today up $3.50 at just under $83 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price has risen to just over $88.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will open today at 57.1 US cents. That's more than 1 cent higher than we were at this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're little changed at 87.8 Australian cents. And against the euro, we're up 0.75 cents at 58.3 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 67.3 and up 100 basis points as this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and that was 90 at 9, brought